Hello everyone, this is Teacher Kai, and now I'm going to talk about some writing rules that you have to follow. Okay, these kind of paragraph rules and writing mechanic checklists, they are very important in writing, and I'm sure that you have they are the things that are some information that you need to know. I'm sure that you need to know it because that I have well, um, since high school, I enjoy writing, but the thing is, I did not learn it properly. And when I met my English teachers in college and university, then I learned that there are things that you need to know in writing, and what you need to be careful to follow these kind of rules. Okay, so the first shall we look at this paragraph rule first? Okay, so in this paragraph rules I have, okay, I'm going to explain it one by one to you so that you can understand it. Okay, paragraph rule number one is one paragraph, one main idea. One paragraph, one subject. Okay, guys? One paragraph, one subject, or one main idea. You cannot have two ideas in one paragraph. It has to be only one main idea. Okay? And second, number two is a paragraph has at least 3 sentences. I don't know how many sentences do you usually write in a paragraph, but it must have at least at least 3 sentences. You cannot have 2 sentences and then you say one paragraph. There are many upper intermediate students that I have met in SCBI that they just write down 2 sentences and they say that this is one paragraph. No, this is not one paragraph. In order for you to have a one paragraph, it must have at least 3 sentences. So 3 to how many sentences, and some students they write down like over 10 sentences or 15 sentences, and it's like a lot in one A4 paper, so you cannot make something this like that too. So for me, my suggestion is I want you to go around 3 to 5 sentences, or maybe 3 to 8 sentences. Don't go beyond 10. Okay, don't go beyond 10 sentences. 3 to 5 to 10, let's just say it. Okay, 3 to 5 or 3 to 10, around there. You have to make that those sentences into one paragraph. And of course, a paragraph is always indented. Why do we say it's always indented? Well, if you look at one paragraph here, well, it's, on page number, the writing is on page number 5, okay, which is the indentation is always the first sentence. The first sentence that you just have to indent. Well, if you look at in your Microsoft Office, Microsoft Word, you will see like tab there, on your computer. One tab is 0.5 centimeter, I think. Yeah. So 0.5 centimeter, we just tap one, and then it is the indentation. Always the first sentence is always indented in a paragraph. Okay, and next is a paragraph has a topic sentence. Yes, it is a topic sentence. Well, a topic sentence and one main idea, they are the same thing. Okay, I will also talk about the topic sentence in our lesson here in our textbook on page number 5. Okay, so always has a topic sentence. Topic sentence is the main idea, and to help this topic sentence, you need to write more sentences. So these other sentences, in the paragraph will become supporting sentences. Okay, the other sentences in the paragraph will become supporting sentences. So these supporting sentences we can divide them into 2 parts: general example and personal example. Okay, we can divide them into general example and personal example. How do I say general example? Well, you just give the general example. Personal example would be your personal example, or maybe your family personal example, like your dad's example, your mom's example, or your friend's example. Personal example, it means doesn't have to be your example. It can be anybody else. And of course, sometimes it also has a concluding sentence. How can a paragraph have a concluding sentence? Well, sometimes it has, sometimes it doesn't. It depends on the way you write. But of course, in one paragraph, okay. So for this unit one, I want you to learn this how to the way to write a paragraph. Okay. And I hope that you understand these paragraph rules so that you can improve your writing skill better. And since we are using this computers and Microsoft Word, Microsoft Offices, Office and PowerPoint, so that I want you to be more careful with your punctuations, the way you write comma, full stop, the space, I want you to be careful with those. So in order for that, you have some checklist to do. Checklist mean those kind of thing. Okay, the first checklist that you need to understand is spelling. Okay, the first one is spelling. Conclusion, and I have seen some students say concluding. Yeah, that's totally make me depressed. Actually, yeah. Don't make uh, spelling errors. Okay, so always check your spelling, and whatever you write, always check your spelling. Okay. Number two, punctuation. The punctuation is, well, for me, I follow every punctuations carefully, the comma, the full stop, everything. And here in this punctuation, I really want to mention these. Okay, if you are listing three items together, you need to have comma, and another one. Okay, so for example, I will go to the movies, to the malls, comma, there. See, there are two commas. In British English, you don't have comma here, and I am sure that most of you do not write comma here. Okay, here before or, here. Okay, I am sure that most of you do not write this comma here, but in American English they use comma. So to the movies, comma, to the mall, comma, or to my grandparents' home. So it's kind of like listing things or items one by one. In American English, they use it, and for me, I am more, well, sometimes, yeah. I mean, like what I'm trying to say is my pronunciation, my accent would be more like probably like British, but some of this writing scale, writing style, writing checklist, they are more into American English. So I want you to understand between these two, okay? American English and British English. And word choice. This is very important. And why do I say word choice? This is quite sometimes annoying and sometimes irritating, because some students, they don't, you have the idea in your brain, but when you write down on the paper, you don't have the proper word choice. That's why the meaning is very quite weird and strange. So you gotta think about what kind of word that you need to use. Okay, I know that you want to write very quickly, you want to finish your essay writing quickly, but this is the class session, so whatever you write, you have to think carefully. Okay, the word choice that you make in writing. Okay, next. And this is one thing that I really hate. Other things I don't mind, because they are just other things, but writing is something that is very important, and I want you to be very serious with me too. Okay, why? Because there are times that we can have fun, as well as there are times that we can be serious too. Okay, you can have fun anytime you want, no problem with that. I can understand that, but when it comes to writing, this is not the time for fun, this is the time to be serious. Okay, so I'm sure that you guys are over around 18, 17, 17, 18, 19, 20, probably over 20 too. But you need to understand this. There are times that we can have fun, as well as there are times we have to be very serious. And writing is to be serious. Okay, guys? So why do I say this? I don't like contraction in writing because this is not a joke. Okay, this is about writing, and please don't try to use like you. It's you. Okay, no problem. But sometimes you just use your texting messengers like you, just only the capital U. And I don't want to see that contraction. That's all. Don't use don't. I want you to write do not, cannot, is not, could not. One by one. You have to spell everything out. Writing and presentation, PowerPoint. You have to be very serious with that. Okay, and slang word, of course. You know, don't use something very cliche to misunderstand other when they read your paper or your writing. Okay, don't use those. And number 5 is very important. This is especially for writing and presentation. Do not copy and paste. Yes, I have seen a lot of students copy paste. Yes. Okay. Next, number 6 is capitalization. Well, all the proper nouns are capital, of course. Names like Rangoon, Y capital, and Myanmar, something like that. And abbreviations and acronym, like abbreviation would be like Stanford City Business Institute, so we can just say SCBI. But you have to make sure that if it is the first time you write it, then you write Stanford City Business Institute, and then bracket. In the bracket you can use SCBI. Okay. And yes, the bullet list, of course, and the first letter of the paragraph, which is about the first letter, so we can say intention there. Okay, not here. And the last one is, for example, it's a pronoun, of course, using pronoun. So here it also describes. We use it here, but what is it? Well, we don't understand it. So instead of sometime like using indefinite pronoun, I want you to use definite. Like, for example, this chapter also describes. So it is about this chapter. Okay. So, well, I want you to be careful with this writing mechanic checklist. Whenever you write, start thinking about it. Okay, do I have any spelling mistake? Do I make punctuations mistake? Or how is my word choice? What is the style? Do I have contraction? You ask yourself questions like this. Or do I copy and paste everything there? Okay, so I want you to be very careful with this writing mechanic checklist and paragraph rules. Okay, guys, thank you again, and I will see you again in our online class. Okay, bye bye.